Hey, Rockstar Sisters. My name is Maggie, and I'm one of the Cala Rock Stars. So I live in Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm actually one of the original Cala Rock Stars, one of the few who've been around for a couple years. And I recently shared at our training just kind of my rally testimony from rally last year. And Danielle asked me if I would make a video so she could share it with you. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about kind of my business and um, just what Rally did for me and for my business last year. So, first off, just to kind of understand where I was coming from last year. So, I've been in Premiere for 2 years. I just renewed again. Yay! So, I started in June of 2014, and I had an extremely slow start. I had one person at my training show, and that was my mother in law, and she booked a party outside of my quick six. I did not make any of the quick starts at all. I had just a really super slow, kind of discouraging start to my business. So when it came time the following year in June for me to renew, we had just moved. We moved in May of 2015. And so I had kind of taken that month off because we had three young kids and it just was too much dealing with all the moving and, oh, sorry, hello, cat, trying to do parties and everything too. So I kind of took some time off. And come June, come renewal time, I was pretty much dead in the water. I think I maybe had one or two parties on my calendar. One of those may have been just a personal show I was planning. I had managed to sponsor one gal in February, so knew I didn't really want to leave her. I didn't really want to just drop her. Um, you know, I didn't really feel like I could do that in good faith. But there was this huge part of me that was like, why am I even renewing? But I stepped out in faith and I believe that God had a plan for my business, that He had a plan, a reason that I was in Premiere. And so I renewed in June and I then registered for Rally. And I didn't really have the funds to pay for Rally. There was a large part of me that was like, why am I even going? I can't really afford this. I don't really have anything going on. I had to leave my kids, although that was kind of a plus side, actually. Not gonna lie. So that's kind of where I was last year when I went to Raleigh for the first time. I'd had that really rough first year and I had just renewed, but I did not know what God had for me in this business. And I was just kind of leaving it up to Him and believing that He had something good. So when I signed up for Rally, there were some things that I was hoping to get from it. I think I was really hoping to get some good training. I was hoping to get motivation and encouragement. I wanted to have fun. I was looking forward to getting away from my kids for a little bit and kind of having a girl trip, spending some time with some of those sister jewelers. I had heard so much from the year before, right after I enrolled. Everybody else went to Rally and I didn't go. And so I was looking forward to being a part of it and kind of understanding some of the hype around Rally. And I was looking forward to understanding Premiere a little bit better and just kind of seeing a little better what it is all about. I had read By Chance or by Design, and I really felt like I did understand the heart of Premiere, and I was totally behind it, and I love the company. But I was just looking forward to seeing some of that in person, and I was looking forward to the jewelry because I mean, let's be real, because gals, jewelry is a great reason to go to Rally, and new jewelry can be a really good boost for your business. And so I was pretty excited about that. And what I got at Rally when I went, I definitely had fun. It was a lot of fun. I got to know a lot of those other jewelers a lot better, other jewelers in our group that I hadn't really spent time with. I got to know some of you rock stars that I had never met before. I got to meet some of our leaders, which was really fun. So I really enjoyed that part of it. I did get a lot of motivation and encouragement. One thing that really encouraged me was that just seeing that, I mean, the speakers obviously are leaders in Premiere and they are multi diamond designers, but it's just neat to hear their stories and see, some of them have been in for a few years and some of them have been in for 20 years and they're now a two diamond. I mean, they're just all different walks, all different reasons, all different whys. And that was just really good for my heart. It was good to see that God does have different paths and it doesn't look just one way or another. So that was an encouragement for me. I did really get to see the heart of Premiere better because you can read it in the book and you can hear people tell you about it. But when you see Tim Horner and Andy Horner standing up on stage just sharing the gospel, I mean, and just sharing the heart of Premier from their hearts, it just makes it so much more tangible, and it makes it more real. And I just felt even more like this is a company that I can stand behind. This is a company that I can back up and that I'm proud to be a part of. And I did get training. There is a little bit of hands-on training. There's a little bit about, getting bookings and sponsoring and those things. But for the most part, it's training for your heart. It's training to motivate you, to encourage you, to just encourage you to be who you are in Premiere. I was so encouraged by Lacey's talk last year about just realizing your potential. I mean, there just was so much that was so good for my heart. And so those were the main things that I got out of Rally, and those things were huge. So I came back, and I mean, Rally just lit the fire under my butt that I needed. And while Rally did not itself fix my business, it fixed my heart, and that kind of gave me the motivation and the energy that I needed to do what I needed to do to get my business going. And it's not like it was changed or it was fixed overnight, because it definitely wasn't. It took a lot of hard work to really restart my business when I got back, but I just felt so much more like I myself had the heart to do that, which I didn't have before Rally. So, like I said, Rally didn't fix my business, but it fixed my heart. And since it took a lot of hard work. It took a couple months, but by the end of the year last year, I had a consistent business. I was retailing really well consistently. About 6 months after Rally, I promoted to builder, and I made Founders Club this year. And I don't say those things to brag, but just to glorify the Lord, because when I look back at what He has done in the last year in my business, it's incredible. And I pretty much attribute that to three things. The first being the Lord, of course, because He has a plan for my business, and it doesn't look like everybody else's plan. And sometimes that is really discouraging, but He has a plan, and I can trust in that. And the second thing I attribute it to is Rally, because that just really motivated my heart and really encouraged me. And the third thing I attribute it to is just some good old fashioned hard work, because that's a lot of what this business requires. So that is my Rally testimony. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your business, if you are rocking it, if you're just kind of plugging along, or if you're pretty much dead in the water thinking, I don't even know why I'm doing this or if I can do it anymore, if it is at all possible for you, go to Rally, and it will just fix your heart. It will help your heart, and that will help your business. So I am looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see you at Rally.